tied at 2 games apiece. Last time these two teams met was in 2018. We're set to go to work at the X to get things started. And right off the bat, as Andrew Hamilton works against Zach Tucci, eventually the Tar Heels trying to get possession of the ground ball here in the midfield. Still a scramble for it, and eventually the Tar Heels come away with it. And North Carolina will go to work on the offensive end first this afternoon. Off to the near side, a move from Tanner Cook now. Eludes one defender, and Jack Rustbold with the save. Looks for the outlet. We'll hold on for a moment. Now the Spiders will set up a clear attempt here. Good save by Rustbold on the point-blank shot. Richmond to the midfield area, working quickly, getting Rustbold involved, but trying to move forward. Tar Heels doing a good job with some pressure here. Tyler Schultz eludes and now gets to the offensive end just in time. To the attack now with Dalton King working in close range. King will go up to the top shelf and score over top of Krieg, and the Spiders will take a 1-0 advantage on the good move by Dalton King to get Richmond started here. So just a couple of minutes in, Young with the tally, and Richmond leads 1-0. Excellent work by Young in the offense, King in the offensive set, just all alone there. And good work by Young, rather. Tar Heels continue to work on that offensive set with the extra man. Reynolds on defense here. Denies Chris Gray an opportunity as Reynolds continues to pressure. And Gray can't get free from Reynolds for the moment. Takes a shot that's wide, and the Tar Heels will keep possession, but good work defensively by Jason Reynolds. One of the close defenders, and working with that long stick there, denied Gray an opportunity. But the Tar Heels will answer quickly with one in front that eludes Rustbold. Dunn eluded a couple of pressure defensive there. Now here is Lanchbury trying to spin free from a long stick match. He'll fire and find the near post inside the post and score. From straight on and a few yards out front, Ryan Lanchbury able to tally and make it 2-1 Spiders, 5:57 still to play here in the first.
Spiders goal scored by number 9, Ryan Lanchbury.
So Lanchbury managing to free himself up, and that's not an area we see him score from a lot, that far out in front, but he certainly had the ability to fire and score there. And for Lanchbury, picks up the goal. Watch him turn here and elude defense. He's able to fire and score. He got away from Cam Macri, putting some defensive pressure on there. Tar Heels come away with this. And they're going to answer very quickly as Matt Wright scoops up the ground ball and goes to the other end and fires and scores. And Wright, the sophomore from Alberta, able to score from Calgary. And ties the game at 2, so the lead is short-lived. And there you see the long stick Wright working, faked one pass, found an opening, and just was able to fire it right past. Near side, Dalton Young. Back to Schultz. Schultz draws a long stick for the moment. He'll get in close, however, is picked up defensively, and the feed back to Young. He'll work the far side. He'll fire, and now he'll score again. From inside the near post this time, Dalton Young with the tally. His second of the game.
Spiders goal scored by number 21.
And Richmond goes up 3-2. Near side for Nicholas. Tar Heels patiently working against this Richmond defense. Menges comes out to put some pressure on McCarthy. A long wind and a fire, and that's going to go scooting past Rustbold for the goal. And looks like Jacob Kelly able to tally there. And so the Tar Heels have evened things up at 3 as these two teams continue to trade goals in this first quarter. Last week's game was a big defensive matchup, but Kelly got the pick there. Saxonville, and they played High Point. While Richmond has the lone game against Loyola last week. Here's a shot low, scoots wide. As William Perry can't connect from right in front. Tar Heels keep possession, however. Chris Gray on the run. Turned back aside by Richmond's Jake Saunders. But right after that, Carolina able to find the net again. And so the Tar Heels working for some space, and Justin Anderson picks up the tally, which would be his 5th of the year. And that gives Carolina the 4-3 lead now. Have a limited time to work with this. Shot clock at 18. Perry trying to find room, gets near side here. Venges with the tangle up. A feed to the middle and a shot that's going to get up and high and over Rustbolt, and the tally is good. And Jack Rustbolt comes away with this for Ray Barron to start to work with now. Tar Heels will put some pressure on. Long pass way downfield is speared there by Young. He's got a man open in front in Connell, who will fire and score from the near wing. I think that's Jake Saunders that threw that long pass downfield to Young, who's looking back a little bit into the sun. Thank goodness there's some clouds out today. And he makes that catch and finds Richie Connell on the near side, and Connell buries it, and we have a 5-4 game. Young's pass there was set up by the long pass from Saunders. Saunders got picked off by his own man for a moment. Gray drops the possession on the defensive work by Reynolds. And Reynolds will turn Gray back to the other side, but stay right with him. Now Barron picks him up. Makes life tough on him here. Near side feed for Herbert. And a high shot and a score from Cameron again. From outside with decent defensive pressure on him. Cameron able to get the shot off and beat Rustbolt up high. And Cameron scores again. And the Tar Heels go back to a 2-goal lead at 6-4. Saunders was there defensive with 13 goals, 8 assists, 21 points entering the day. Near side feed here to McCarthy. And McCarthy watched closely by Menges. Shot clock at 26. As Gray works behind the net against Adams, drawing a short stick matchup here. Almost, that's not Gray actually, that's Tillman, sorry. Shot out front, that's going to bounce in and score as good move to get away from Connell. And Carolina to the offensive end. So Richmond had a little time there, but not enough to score. Connor Mara had gotten into the midfield and freed it up, and now Carolina works offensively. Cole Herbert goes one way, then the other against Adams. Had an open look, does not shoot, turns back to the top. Here's a wind and a fire, and that's going to find the bottom right corner of the net off Ryan O'Connell's shot. And the Tar Heels now go up 8-4 with 3:40 to play in the first half. So Ryan O'Connell, the senior out of Connecticut, scores for the Tar Heels and gives him now a 4-goal advantage. But the opportunity to shoot is there. Here comes Gray, turning in front, firing high and wide. But North Carolina will keep possession, so the Tar Heels continue to work things offensively. Oh, a behind the head shot. Take another look at it here. This is pretty good defense by Adams, denying that forward shot, but he flipped it over behind the back, so to speak, behind the head. And Tanner Cook just executed it here. And Richmond did everything they could to not allow that shot. And Cook just flipped it behind him. Spiders pick up the loose ball. Here's Lanchbury at the other end. He'll fire and score, as he'll beat Colin Krieg to get Richmond on the board and break that Carolina run. It's now 9-5, back to a 4-goal advantage, but Ryan Lanchbury with his second goal of the afternoon. And that comes at a good time for Richmond.
Spiders goal scored by number 9, Ryan Lanchbury. Assisted on the play by number 3.
Another look at it. Lanchbury had room to work. The Carolina.
Push, 30 seconds.
Andrew Tyre called for a push there. It's a 30-second penalty, so Richmond will have to act quickly. Savoca on the near side goes out front. Tyler Schultz, far side Connell, back to Schultz. Savoca looking. Lanchbury pops out, looking for room to shoot. He'll throw it across to Connell, and Connell will stuff it in from the far side. And that's what he did against Loyola last week. And the Spiders able to execute that one for their second goal in a row, and they get the man-up score. And that makes it 9-6. Richie Connell last year in 7 games scored 7 man-up goals among the 19 that he scored last year, and he gets one here. He's working in there a little bit with that number 1 line, Tyler Schultz. We haven't seen a lot of him today. Here's Gallagher. Gallagher turning, Gallagher firing, Gallagher scoring, and that is where he is very dangerous, and now it's 9-7. As Gallagher pulls the Spiders within 2 here. So a reversal of roles, or at least a reversal of how the first half went.
Spiders goal scored by number 6.
And Richmond now within 2 with the Gallagher tally. But a little bit of life in the second half. Here's Cook on possession. Up front to Anderson. Far side. Perry works against Sally. Back to Anderson, who will fire, and he'll go top shelf. As the defense a little late to get over. And a score for Anderson, who is tallied again today. That's his second goal of the afternoon, and Carolina pushes it back to a 3-goal lead at 10-7.
Goal scored by number 21, Justin Anderson.
Anderson had some room there, and defense couldn't get over fast enough. Drops it down to Cook. Cook draws the attention of Matt Civitella. Tar Heels work it right there behind the net. That's Chris Gray. And Rustbolt came out to check Gray. Near side to Cook, trying to shake free. He's already gone behind the head once, but too far out for that one now. And up and down with a high-low shot goes William Perry. Got around defense, got into position to shoot. Nobody in his hands. He goes high-low and rolls it by Rustbolt. And Carolina pushes it back to a 4-goal lead at 11-7. Got around Joe Gooley here, and there's nobody there. Not only did he go high, William Perry has possession of it for North Carolina. And here is a shot from the near wing that is going to count from William Perry, and a flag comes out afterwards. So Perry's tally will push Carolina ahead now to a 12-7 lead. And I don't know if Civitella got hit with a penalty or not, but for Perry, the goal counts.
Tar Heel goal scored by number 3, William Perry.
And it's now a 12-7 lead. Richmond-like penalty against North Carolina goes on William Perry. And so Richmond gets a man-up opportunity, trailing 12-7. Here is a shot from Richie Connell on the near side, and he'll score. I do see that Tyler Schultz is out there for that possession, so he was out for the moment. And he got the assist, I think, to Connell, and that makes it 12-8. It's another man-up goal for Richie Connell. Lanchbury also on the assist. Connell fires here. He'll move to the point. Right in the middle, tried to hit Luke Graham, but Carolina smothered that. Now they move it ahead to Parker Alexander. And Carolina's got a chance here with Richmond not settled defensively, and they will score. And once again, it's Brian Cameron.
North Carolina.
So Cameron tallies for another score today. That's his third. And you take another look at it. Off to Cole Herbert. A little give and go, and a shot there for Henry Schertzinger.
Goal, North Carolina.
And Schertzinger tallies for the Tar Heels on the exchange to give them now a 14-8 advantage.
Tar Heel goal scored by number 2, Henry Schertzinger. Assisted on the play by number 17.
So the junior out of Cincinnati with the score, and here's the give and go. O'Connell gives it to Schertzinger, and he got away from Reed. Carolina working clock here. Long pass intercepted by Barron. He'll send it ahead. Richmond trying to get a last-minute chance here with 30 seconds left. Lanchbury out top to Young. And Young weaving through traffic in time to get a shot off that finds the net in the upper corner of the far post, off balance. And I'm not so sure that he didn't shoot that with the offhand, but Young scores as the flag comes out, 22 seconds left. And Richmond's tally will push the Spider goal total up. That's a great shot. Work this clock out here with 10 seconds left. Far side feed. The Tar Heels will move it back. And unfortunately for the Spiders today, they'll drop to 0-2 against a tough opponent this afternoon. Your final is 14-9.